Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let me get Ben. I neglected him last time.
I feel neglected.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Okay, so it was just another Wednesday at work at the dermatology clinic, for me anyways. But for Mrs. Smith, it was the Wednesday that her life would change forever, or at least for the next year, which is about how long the doctor gave her to live. She was diagnosed with metastatic malignant melanoma, which is the most deadly form of skin cancer. By the time that she came into the clinic, the lesion had been growing right here on her shoulder for several months, and it was about the size of a 25-cent gumball when I saw it. If she had only known what to watch for as far as skin cancer goes, then maybe she would have sought treatment sooner, and maybe she'd still be with us today. There are ways that we can reduce our risk of skin cancer, even with rates rising through the roof. It just takes a little bit of prevention and recognizing what to look for and seeking treatment when we need to. As far as prevention goes, everyone knows that sunscreen is a plus. When we are looking for what sunscreen to buy, we need to buy broad spectrum, which means that it blocks UVA and UVB rays, both cause skin cancer. It needs to be waterproof, and we need to reapply it every 2 hours. Unless we're in the water or sweating, then we need to reapply it more often. It also needs to have an SPF of 30 or higher. We need to be wearing protective clothing. That includes long sleeve shirts, long pants, wide brimmed hats, sunglasses whenever possible, especially between the hours of 10 and 2, which is when the sun's rays are at their strongest. We can get sunburns even on cloudy days. The sand and the water and the snow all reflect the sun's rays, which increase our likelihood of getting burned. And then my favorite, big no tanning. Okay, I used to tan 2 or 3 times a week when I was, before I worked at a dermatologist's office where it was banned and forbidden. I didn't know better. But that is a huge way that we can reduce our risk of skin cancer. It doesn't matter if you're tanning outside in the sun or inside in a tanning bed. Sun damage, or a sun tan is sun damage, it's skin damage. It doesn't matter, oh, I already said that, sorry. Okay, so indoor tanning beds use UVA and UVB rays, just like the sun, and like I already said, they both cause skin cancer. And in fact, the International Academy for Research on Cancer has placed tanning beds in the highest risk category that there is as far as carcinogenic to humans. So tanning beds are in the same category as asbestos and tobacco products. And we're going tanning all the time outside in the sun when we're not wearing sunscreen. We're going tanning in tanning beds. We're letting our teenage girls go tanning in tanning beds several times a week, and it's a huge risk factor. Besides increasing your risk for skin cancer, it causes premature aging, wrinkles, leathery, yucky skin, and can cause problems with your immune system functioning. And besides that, it increases your risk of melanoma by 75% if you start using tanning beds regularly before the age of 35. So if you want that healthy glow, tanning's not the way to get it. The way to get it is using the spray tans, self-tanners, those kinds of things. Now, all the prevention in the world doesn't matter if we don't know what to look for. So if we recognize skin cancer, the signs of it, then we can seek treatment sooner, and then we can lower our risk of complications. Every month, we need to be looking at our skin, head to toe, front and back, in the mirror, naked, or have somebody else look for you for any spots that are concerning. In general, we're looking for anything new that is itching, changing, stinging, bleeding, funny, weird spots, or moles that are doing anything different than out of the normal. In specific, we're looking for skin cancers. There are precancers, and there are 3 kinds of skin cancer. Precancers are very common. They occur in areas that are exposed off of your arms, your face, your scalp, the back of your neck. They usually look like a dry, rough patch. They can be a little bit red. If they're not treated, they can turn into skin cancer. The most common type of skin cancer is called basal cell carcinoma. It affects 2 million people a year, and it can It spreads, no, it doesn't spread slowly. No? Okay, sorry. It does spread very slowly. It doesn't spread to the rest of the body though. It grows very slowly. And it can occur as like almost like a big zit on your skin, but it's hard, pink, and shiny, or like a wound that won't heal. And the second most common type of skin cancer is squamous cell carcinoma, and it grows a little bit faster than the first kind. It can spread to other areas of the body if not treated. It will look like the same as the first, a hard nodule, or it can look like a wound that's just not healing up, that's ulcerated, crusty, bleeding, things like that. And these things are really easily treated if we catch them soon enough. If it's not caught, it will spread to the other areas of the body. But if it's not as serious as melanoma, which is the most deadly form of skin cancer that kills one person every hour, it is the second most common type of cancer in young adults ages 15 to 29. And when we're talking about melanoma, we're looking at moles mostly, because 40% of melanoma starts in a pre-existing mole. So what do we look at when we're looking at our moles? We use the ABCDEs of melanoma from the American Academy of Dermatology, and it kind of guides us so that we know what to watch for. A, asymmetry. This side of the mole is different than this side of the mole. B is for border. The border is scalloped or not well defined, or it just looks a little bit different. It's not like a perfect circle. C is for color. If there's variation in color, like light brown to black in your mole, or even pinks, blues, blacks, whites, that's a concern. D is for diameter. Any mole or lesion that's bigger than a pencil eraser should be checked out. And then E is for evolving. So anything that is changing in any way, something new, something growing, and changing in any way, you should probably get it checked out. Now, like I said, all types of skin cancer are highly curable if we catch them soon enough. Even melanoma has a almost 100% cure rate if we catch it soon enough and we can have it treated. It just takes a little bit of effort on our part. We need to prevent by wearing sunscreen, protective clothing, don't go tanning, check your birthday suit once a month on the day of your birthday, look for the ugly duckling that doesn't fit in, and seek early treatment. Don't let this be just another Wednesday in class. Let it be the Wednesday that your life changes, because your life could depend on it.